So, the Anarc Watch by Techburner has been one of the most talked about products in 2024.
Global standard product.
Oh shit, how does it work?
Is this it? You want to try? Sure. So you made this watch.
And from the launch day, the internet exploded with opinions, debates and controversies. And while some loved the display and the design, others felt like it was just another imported watch with a new logo.
ये एक 100% white label Chinese product है.
And some pointed out major flaws like no always on display despite being an AMOLED screen, app pairing issues, a laggy UI and no phone or SMS app. So, we got the Anarc as soon as it launched and tested it for 2 months. And yes, there were issues. And honestly, I wasn't sure if the update would come anytime soon or if they were just empty promises. But on the positive side, the layers team actually listened and they started responding to queries on Instagram, pushed regular updates, and after 2 months, almost everything is fixed. Well, almost. And now that we have seen the good and the bad, is the Anarc Watch finally fixed? And is it worth the price? Or still overpriced with all those updates? But before we get started, hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated with the latest tech news. So one of the biggest complaints when the watch was launched was the pairing issue. And back then it just wouldn't connect properly. But with the latest update, the problem is gone. And now it connects seamlessly with both my iPhone and Android without any hassle. Look, I get it. Initially the lag in the UI was very frustrating. But after the recent update, it has improved a lot. And scrolling through apps and settings feel much smoother now. But if you put on the quick toggles on notification tabs, they still don't feel as fluid as they should. And if the layers team is watching, this is something that still needs to be worked on. So, the 60Hz crown lag was probably one of the most annoying issues. But after months of waiting, it's finally fixed. And now works smoothly across the UI without any delay. And while we're talking about improvements, the haptics are also much better now. They feel stronger and more refined, almost on par with other smartwatches in the price range. But one of the biggest disappointments was that a 7,000 rupee smartwatch didn't have basic apps like a phone or SMS, especially when cheaper watches had them. But now they're finally here and work very well. But since it's Bluetooth based, you still need your phone to use them, unlike the other LTE enabled watches. And it's not just these two. A Breathe app has also been added, which is useful for your yoga sessions, and the Find My Phone feature now works well, and I was actually able to locate my phone most of the time. And apart from that, a camera shutter feature has also been added, and surprisingly it works without any lag and even has a timer for those group selfies. And if you have noticed, there's a new app layout. Now you can choose between 3 views: list view, honeycomb view and a football theme. And mind you, the football theme is something new that we haven't seen on any other watch, but for some reason the crown does not work with it. And next, the always on display, which was the most requested feature, the one thing that had everyone questioning. Why on earth was it missing in the first place? Like an AMOLED smartwatch without always on display didn't make sense. But after months of waiting, updates and endless complaints, it's finally here. And not just the basic version, it comes with 4 different styles showing the time, date and day in a way that actually looks very premium. But let's be real, we need more customization options, because if we waited this long, we might as well get the best experience possible. So, is Anarc finally what layers promised? In terms of connectivity, design and tracking, it has improved a lot. But that does not mean it's perfect. What still needs fixing? Because there are still a few issues that need attention. Like the watch heats up while charging, and if left for too long, it reaches an uncomfortable temperature, though it cools down quickly once removed. Another issue is that you can't use the watch while charging, which can be frustrating at times. And some features and even the charging status take too much time to load. And the biggest issue still remains. The watch takes too much time to boot up, making the entire power on process a hassle. So, the big question is it really worth 7,000 rupees? Well, not really. Yes, a lot of issues have been fixed and the watch is in much better state than before. But is it perfect? Not really. There are still a few rough edges that need polishing, and at this price, you have to ask, is this really the best option out there? Because when you look around, there are other smartwatches like the CMF Watch 2 Pro and Amazfit Pop 3R that offer similar features, if not better, at a lower price. So before you hit that buy now button, it's worth thinking, are you paying for the watch or just the hype? What do you think? Is Anarc finally worth it or does it still fall short? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe, because if something major happens, we'll be the first ones to cover it.